We're going to try this again now that I've got some CSS put in. I'm demoing my unnamed task app. This app was for my Sinatra Portfolio project for Flatiron School. What the app does, it's built for business and it's designed to allow users to assign tasks to themselves or to other users. And just like in real business, people don't assign tasks to their bosses, so you can only assign a task to either yourself or to someone who is subordinate to you in the org chart. So we're going to go ahead and create an account so we could see that process, and then we're going to be signing in and using accounts that I've created based on people I actually work with so that I can easily remember who works for who. So we'll go ahead and create an account. And we're creating this fake user, which I've already created before, so it's easy to come up with the information here. Alright, so now we create our fake user. It should take me, once we create a new user, we then make them log in. And here we go. This should bring us in. Okay, so this is our kind of our home page for a user. It tells us we're logged in as, and username is fake. It gives us a list of owned tasks. Owned tasks would be tasks that have been assigned to this user to perform. Created tasks would be tasks that this user created. So we're going to go ahead and generate a task because there's no one in the org chart underneath this fake user that we just created. Really, this user could only assign tasks to themselves. We're going to go ahead and generate a task so that we can see what that looks like. So we'll go new task, and here you can see I've already created some tasks before, so we'll make the do stuff task again. Do the things. Alright, we can have a long description. It's not required, but we can add information to amplify on short description there. We'll give it a due date. We'll say it's due tonight still. Assigned to. Like I said, there's no one under a fake user in the org chart, so we can only pick fake user to assign. We can create the task. This should bring us back to the fake user homepage. Oh, I'm sorry, not yet. It displays the task. So here we go. Do stuff. The long description is do the things. This is offset like this because this could be a full paragraph of information. We get the due date, the owner and created by, and no notes. Another function that I've created here is to allow you to add notes. Say for example that this task wasn't assigned by the same person who it was assigned to, right? Fake user created this and assigned a fake user. Let's say fake user had somebody that worked underneath them, and we assign them this task with the ambiguous description of do stuff, do the things. So the user who was assigned the task could ask for some amplifying information, say like, what things? Create the note, notify their supervisor that there's a note there and they're looking for amplifying information, and the supervisor could put in documentation what actual things are required. Something else that the note might be used for is clear documentation of what was done. Tasks may be something simple like file a stack of papers, or it may be something much more complex like design a training program. If it's something more complex, we're going to need clear descriptions of what was done because there's decisions to be made and we'd like to know what was done. Alright, but at any rate, that's adding notes. We can go back to the task list. Okay, and now we see our fake user. This task is both owned by and created by our fake user, so it shows up in both places. If we click on the task, this takes us back to that task page where we can add notes. Something else we can do is edit the task. You can only edit a task that you created. Let's say long description, do all of the things. All right, now we're being much more specific. Update the task. Okay, and this should bring us back to the task and go back to the task list. once a user completes a task, they can click this checkbox to indicate that the task is completed. It takes a second here, but just by clicking the task, it goes to completed status, which means that it'll show up in the creator's task list in a strike-through format to indicate that the task has been completed. So in a lot of cases, the creator of the task will not be the owner of the task, and so that strike-through would show up on somebody else's task list. That would tell the creator they can look at this task, look at any notes. Maybe there were extensive notes created for the task, but at any rate, once the task is completed, they can go ahead and delete it. Just like editing, only a person who created a task can delete that task. Okay, so that's creating and editing notes and tasks. And I think that's all we're going to go through today. Thank you.